Joel is a tragic hero. Losing his wife, he endeavors to raise his daughter by himself. Losing his daughter, he is depressed, angry, tired, and surviving on instinct, because he has dissociated from the world. Then he meets Ellie, and deep in his soul, Joe begins to feel that this is an opportunity for redemption, a new reason to live. Joel endeavors to protect Ellie, while only seeking help from a couple other lone survivalist types. Joel and Ellie find themselves at odds with droves of bandits and packs of the fungus zombies called clickers. Over the course of the game, these encounters establish the philosophy of The Last of Us, survivalist ethics, and the rejection of utilitarian ethics. Utilitarian ethics is the idea that morality is decided by striving to do the greatest amount of good for the greatest amount of people with any given choice, even if that means sacrificing maximal personal gain. As we sneak past, murder, and escape various camps of bandits, we begin to notice a distinct difference in how they live compared to Joel. Joel stays inside, drinks, and is alone. They are outdoors, they scavenge and cultivate land, and they work as teams. Both are equally violent, traumatized, and suspicious of others, but they have community, while Joel has Ellie. This theme of an individual versus community is further emphasized by the clickers. Much like how their real-world inspiration, the Ophiocordyceps unilateralis, infect and control the behavior of ants to benefit the fungal body, the clicker fungus does the same to humans. They are a grotesque rejection of humanity itself, but are also the only community to thrive in this world. Through violent action, Joel rejects both of these antagonists, only concerned with doing his job and getting what he needs to survive. As he grows to care for Ellie, Ellie too becomes part of what Joel considers his own, and thus becomes necessary to his survival in a psychological sense, a psychological need. As such, Joel will do anything to keep her safe. Ellie, too, feels the same way about Joel as she protects him through the winter. Within humanity, there exists a paradoxical conflict. To survive, a person must protect and hoard that which they consider their own. This cascades as the drive toward survival requires you to selfishly obtain more and more, regardless of what is truly needed, in case your resources become too scarce. As such, people will do anything to maintain their status quo. A psychological need. But to thrive, to live well, requires much more than what a single person can do alone. Community and effort en masse is necessary to reach greater goals, like agriculture and infrastructure. Community is necessary to raise the status quo to a better quality of life. Yet, to get everyone working toward the same end, each must learn to sacrifice a bit of what they desire for the good of the whole. The bandits sacrifice some of their own individualism and compromise on morals. The clickers have the whole of their humanity sacrificed to the fungal infection. Community necessitates utilitarian ethics. The ethics of survival demand the selfish protection of oneself and one's own. When the Fireflies ask Joel to sacrifice Ellie for the sake of making a cure, he can't. Joel is asked to make one utilitarian sacrifice to cure a utilitarian dystopia, but he can't. Even though Ellie wanted to make that sacrifice, Joel ignored her wishes and lied to her in order to keep her. Joel has never known loss by sacrifice, only by it being taken from him. His wife, his daughter, and now Ellie. In this, the year of our Lord 2020, we face a global pandemic. Everyone has been asked to sacrifice to keep the losses to a minimum. Many people happily follow the utilitarian ethic. Many do so begrudgingly. Many who suffer some of the loss have opted into survival ethics that put the community at risk. Earlier, I presented this conflict between survival ethics and utilitarian ethics as a paradox. How then does one move between the two? Solving this paradox may help us to both understand these difficult times, as well as the themes we should hope to see in The Last of Us Part 2. Think of Joel and how he comes to value Ellie as much as his own daughter. A part of the survival ethics mentality is to see others as belonging to and being part of ourselves. When this is done out of compassion, we see people like Joel ready and willing to sacrifice anything to keep those other people safe. This feeling extends most readily to family and friends, then to extended family and our friends' families, then to the people they care about. Over time, that drive to do what is necessary to protect our own extends to the community as a whole. But this process does take time, compassion, and practice to cultivate this personal growth. 3 things that our tragic hero did not have the luxury to possess. Thank you for watching, my friends. If you enjoyed this video, you may also like my review on how the Banner Saga tackles morality during wartime, or how Skyrim's Daedric prince Boethia inverts the Latin philosopher Boethius's argument as to why humanity has inherent value. And if you'd like to join the conversation with other like-minded people, you can join the channel's Discord server through the link in the description. Thank you again, I will see you in the next video, and as always, stay true.